Salutations everyone, this is Razor here once again bringing you yet another movie review, where today I will be going over Perks of Being a Wallflower. I don't know when it came out wherever you're living, but it was select cities and then other cities, and my theater finally got it this past weekend, so here's my review. Perks of Being a Wallflower, if you do not know, is based on a book or a series of books. I'm not quite sure. I've heard about it before. I've never seen the book or known how many it is, and I know it always makes a movie review better if you've read the book, but I haven't. So sorry about that. I'll be sure to do better for you guys next time. But anyways, it is based off a book, but it's not going to win any awards for originality because it is a story that has been told before, of course, with its own way of saying it. And just because, it's a story we've heard before doesn't mean they can't make it good, and they definitely did a terrific job. It's your typical high school story about this loser guy, has no friends, he's just a wallflower. He's not noticed, he's just part of the wall. That's kind of pretty easy to see where the title came from. And so it's not original in that respect. He finds a group of friends who are all seniors, and he himself is a freshman and is struggling trying to make friends. And he finds a group that is well diverse and accepting of him. With the whole high school story thing, it's really cliche, especially in the beginning, where like all the freshmen are getting hounded, and he's trying to avoid all that. And it's like, "Hey, freshman, I'm gonna take your book and then rip the pages out and throw it back at you." All this bullshit that you only see in movies and TV that never happens in real life. All the high school cliches like that, and cliques, and how there's only a select group of popular kids, and all this other BS. There's some realistic aspects to it, but for the most part, it's a cliche high school scene. But that's only toward the beginning. It really gets good once he becomes a group of these friends. One of which is this gay guy named Patrick, who really gets him into his group of friends, and that's a really good character. He is definitely a real nice, believable character. He's definitely one of the that guy exists. I've met that guy before, in high school kind of thing. Guys like him do exist, so that was nice to see a good, realistic character. And his step sister is this girl named Sam. And what is it with movies having like all the love interests named Sam? That's like a new, I don't know. Past couple years, it's been kind of weird. Anyways, played by Emma Watson, and she is of course the love interest of Charlie, the protagonist, who was Percy Jackson, and he was also the kid in Three Musketeers, the kid in 3:10 to Yuma, and some other movies. But anyway, that kid hasn't fucking aged. I mean, that kid looks the same way he did 3 years ago in Percy Jackson. But anyway, he does a decent job, but that character really doesn't ask for much in the acting category. It's really the supporting cast that brings this movie together, especially the guy who plays Patrick, who does a fantastic job and is really the most interesting character in the movie. And Sam is pretty interesting as well. Once again, no points for originality here. She's had a rough past, kind of a bad girl, but is actually pretty smart, kind of a thing. And so of course Charlie likes her, and I'm not gonna give any spoilers to the film, but Charlie's had a troubled past, kind of like in kind of a funny story from last year. This movie is similar to that, as well as The Art of Getting By, which also came out last year. These are all kind of similar situations, but also very different in other ways. So Charlie has is haunted by his past, and is trying to get over that, trying to gain some friends, and actually live his life, because he's just been kind of being part of the background for most of the life. He's a flower on the wall, and is really trying to live his life. The typical kind of an introvert who likes reading and wants to be a writer and that sort of thing. So Once again, not too original, but that doesn't make it not good in a sense. It's a very entertaining movie, very emotional, much more different than most movies that you're gonna see. It's definitely an adapted drama in the heart of it, but a good teen story overall. Once again, there's some cliches that kind of get in the way, and the fact that that kid drinks RC cola just makes me mad because RC cola sucks. Anyways, getting off track. It's still a great movie. Not It's different than Argo if you're trying to see what movie you should see this weekend. They're definitely different types of stories and good in their own rights. But Perks of Being a Wallflower is definitely a good story. I like the ending quite well, more so than most of the movies in this same type of genre. Has a good message, good acting, good writing, good directing, and the supporting cast really shines through in this movie. A lot of the characters, especially in the group of friends that Charlie makes, these are all very believable characters and very real characters where you're like, yeah, I know that person, or I've met that kind of person before. These are all very real characters that aren't just your typical archetype roles that are filled in from movie to movie. And it's a very good film. Not sure if it's better than the book, worse than the book. I know the book's usually always better and whatever, but I haven't read it. And Emma Watson, as always, hot damn. And it's a very good film, and especially if you've gone through similar things in the past that you see in this movie, it definitely brings out more emotions if you've gone through these sorts of things in your past, which I know many of us have. So once again, very good film. You should definitely go see it. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.